to Composers in Focus, a look into the lives and music of some of the world's most resilient composers. From victims of the Holocaust to prisoners of war, we are here to tell their stories and make their voices known. Each of these composers faced major challenges through world events, but are a testament to the unwavering determination of music. Today, we bring you the life and music of Bright Sheng. The Cultural Revolution began in China in 1966 as a socio-political movement that aimed to preserve communism and purge capitalist and traditional aspects from Chinese society. This revolution was led under Mao Zedong, the chairman of the Chinese Communist Party, and would continue until his death in 1976. This would lead to the deaths of hundreds of thousands of civilians and many historical and cultural artifacts being destroyed. Bright Sheng was a teenager during this Cultural Revolution, and this would lead him to be sent to the Qinghai province near Tibet for his formative years. Bright Sheng was born in Shanghai during December of 1955. He began studying piano early at the age of 4 with his mother, but would experience difficulty in pursuing music when the Red Guard took his family's piano at the beginning of the Cultural Revolution. He was 15 when he was sent to Qinghai province in northeastern China. There, he would be able to perform on both the piano and percussive instruments at a local theater. He spent the years of the revolution there, but returned to study at the Shanghai Conservatory of Music when it reopened in 1978. While there, he learned how to teach himself music and began to collect Qinghai folk music, which would continue to be an inspiration in his music far after the end of the revolution. Teaching oneself is a very good habit since ultimately one's best teacher is oneself. He has been said to have felt immense guilt for the separation from his family and friends during that time, and would compose pieces that encompass his emotions surrounding the subject. After the Cultural Revolution was decided, his musical styles began to take form, which have both distinct Western and Asian influences. He stated that his training on Western music in the Shanghai Conservatory was not very authentic, however. He was able to learn much about the styles of Chinese traditional music. Bright Sheng had to say about his education, "Western music education in China is a bit like Chinese food here, not very authentic. But one is more likely to have a decent Chinese food here than Western music education in China." He also experienced a great deal of censorship in music due to the Cultural Revolution, including the ban of any Western music styles. Despite all this, Sheng claims that he never would have been a musician if it had not been for the revolution. By 1982, Bright Sheng decided to come to the United States and study with the Lyric Opera of Chicago and the Seattle Symphony. This, for him, was an experience which he had relearned what his notions were of Western music. He received his Doctorate of Musical Arts at Columbia University. Through all his experiences, Bright Sheng has stated that he is both 100% American and 100% Asian. His style is a blend of many influences, and one of the greatest is from Bartók. A MacArthur Fellow has described Sheng as an innovative composer who merges diverse musical customs in works that transcend conventional aesthetic boundaries. Hune was one of the first important commissions of Bright Sheng and was composed in 1988. It served as a portrait of the Cultural Revolution, and it allowed him to tell the story as a victim, survivor, and witness. The composition is written without melodies and represents the inability to truly encompass his experiences in the revolution through a simple melody. Bright Sheng is a collection of experiences that has allowed a mixture of styles and compositions, and this can be seen in his music throughout the years.